So, this is an extremely long shot plea, but to relax at night, there's two car repair channels I watch that I'm a fan of. Pole Barn Garage and Junkyard Digs with Mook and her big red-headed boyfriend fella there. Damn it. I doubt either of those channels are gonna see this, but if you guys know of anybody in the New England area who does what you guys do and fixes up old cars and saves them for reasonable amounts of money and not 5 to 10 fucking grand, I'd really like to save my Toyota and my Rabbit and not have to go looking for new ones all the way in Texas, because I kind of can't leave my farm and have no way to drive to an area in the southwest where cars don't seem to rot or rust. There's a problem with seals out there, right? They dry out and rot and fall off. We don't have that so much here. But, yeah, rust is a problem. Because I was going to build a 2-vehicle shed over there and actually have some proper vehicle storage in the future. Because I don't think there's any point in having, you know, nice old vehicles if I can't store them properly up here. They're getting eaten to shit by the road salt and the chloride or whatever the hell they put up here on the roads all winter.
Well, they finally did it. They killed my fucking car.
That's supposed to be my summer daily driver. And I don't think I've summer daily driven it in about 5 years now. After the last idiot mechanic up here gave it back to me with a, sorry, I gotta do this finger quote thing, mysterious electrical problem, which was the AC compressor bracket broken off of the fucking thing. I'm not a mechanic, and I popped the hood and immediately saw the problem, so serious competency problem with mechanics in this area, and I've fucking had it with this shit. Help. Junkyard Digs and Pole Barn Garage, help. You want to make a road trip to New England? Help, help. I don't exactly have a tool, a giant, you know, bay of tools and equipment and shit, so this is pretty shitty here. Help! So, they didn't fix a goddamn thing on this Rabbit. It's been at 2 different mechanics over the course of, like, how many months ago did I do the Rabbit video when it was getting towed away? Months and months and months and months ago. And, yeah, they gave me a repair estimate of $5,000 to $10,000. Not including bodywork. So, yeah, this, by the way, there was no rust on this vehicle at all when it got to the state, except that back corner there, which is, you can see it's been redone and it's all shiny. It's the only part of the car now that's all nice and shiny, so all that is new and all due to this state and the fact that I have nowhere to park vehicles here. It's a very long story. I don't own the land I'm on, and I was just left here with no infrastructure except for a chicken coop and a duck house that the goats are living in, and nowhere to park vehicles and nowhere to put shit. I have nowhere to put firewood. There's nowhere to put my vehicles. There's no tractor and nowhere to put a tractor, and this is a shit show, and every day I'm ready to just quit and throw in the towel. But, yeah, this Rabbit, turns out the doors don't open anymore, even if they're unlocked, so, I told the shop that. This is, a VW specialty shop an hour and a half away, and look what they did to the door handle. Look what they did to that. So that was nice of them, and, Unless the tow truck driver did it, because they didn't tell him that it only opens through the hatch. And so what happened was, if you can see here, the wheel isn't completely straight. It's turning off. The guy started lowering the car down the bed, and he had to like jerk the bed back and forth like this because the tires are flat. Yeah, this place didn't even fix the tires. That was really nice of them to not even fix. I mean, that one got aired up, and there's another one that's aired up, but they didn't fix the flats. I mean, how difficult was it to take off those bolts there, the 5 bolts there, and, you know, fix 2 flats. Anyway, the car wasn't coming off the ramp straight, and the back tire here I could see was about to hit the rail. So I call out to the tow truck driver and tell him, you know, thinking he would notice from the other side that it's going way over. And so I don't know if he ignored me or yelled back and I didn't hear him, but I had to yell like 5 or 6 times as he kept lowering it without, you know, stopping and doing something about correcting the steering wheel. So like literally he waited until this wheel was up on the rail, like about to go right over, and drop the whole back driver's side end right off the ramp while it was several feet in the air, and ruined my car even more. And dude stops and starts yelling at me that somebody has to get up on the ramp and get the door open somehow and adjust the steering wheel so it's straight. And it's like, okay, wicked safe idea. So I'm like, where's the key? And the dude's all flustered and getting pissed off. And meanwhile, this green sort of caravan thing shows up there by that pole and is waiting. And it's like, okay, they're not like creeping way up, and they're not like trying to find a way around, and they're not beeping. But the dude starts getting all you know, kind of bent out of shape, and so he pulls the car back up the ramp that way and tries to scooch it down again so it's not hitting the side. And I'm like, where's my key? So he stops what he's doing and acts like I'm, you know, asking him for the biggest favor in the world, and he gets into his tow truck and gets out the receipt and the key taped to it. And, you know, he's yelling about how they should have never locked the doors and this and that. And I'm like, oh, they're open, they just don't work. Yet another thing I needed this place to fix. And, so, the only way to get in is through the back hatch. And, that actually, I was having trouble keeping closed before this car left my possession on the premises. So, I try the back hatch there, and it won't open. It won't open. It's on a ramp. I'm doing something stupidly dangerous. I'm right behind a car that weighs, you know, what does this weigh? 2,000 pounds, maybe? I don't know. Enough to run me the fuck over. And, I'm trying to get the hatch open, and I don't want to jingle the car because the guy has already taken those big, huge hooks off of it with the chains. And it's just going down on the, oh my god, brain scramble, can't think of the word. You know, the winch. Fuck, yeah. It's just on a little winch wire. All that weight, so I'm trying not to jingle the car, but I'm trying to get the hatch open furiously. And I shit you not, the tow truck driver is like, we're gonna have to break a window or something. This guy's waiting and he looks pissed off. I look up there, and there's somebody way up there, and they're not creeping up, they're not beeping, they're not throwing their hands up and doing gestures, they're just sitting. And I don't even know who the hell would be in that car who lives up that way, but whatever they were doing, they didn't seem to be in a hot rush. So it's like, you know what? They have a working vehicle, they can wait. I told the tow truck driver. Because I've been sitting here in complete isolation all winter with no working vehicle and nowhere to go. No way to go anywhere, I should say. I've had places to go and no way to get to them. And I don't know if any of you have ever been through that hell, but it's kind of unbearable. Being trapped somewhere you don't want to be. It's I feel like I'm under house arrest, and I don't know what crime I've committed here, but other than having shitty luck and being poor, I guess. Anyway, I can't get the hatch open. And the guy's suggesting more than once that we're going to have to break one of the windows of my car. And it's like, dude, are you going to pay to fix that? Are you going to pay to fix... Just because there's a car waiting up here, apparently this guy's time... The stranger sitting in the car there was more important than the value of my car, I guess. So a few minutes waiting is worth the cost of one of my windows on my vintage German car here. I thought that was pretty hilarious in a kind of fuck you kind of way. So wasn't too happy about that, and kind of ignored him the first time, and then the second time was like, you know what, they have a working vehicle, so they can fucking wait. We're not damaging my car because you're suddenly in a hot rush to get out of here, buddy. It's not happening. So he jerks the car back up the ramp and keeps inching it down with the wheels turned. And once again, it's gonna go over the edge. And meanwhile, the end of the tow truck ramp is still off the ground. It's like this, but it's like still this high off the ground. So if the car goes off of it, major undercar damage occurring. So he's got it, so it's, completely unhooked at this point. Like there isn't even a winch wire on it to hold it back. The only thing holding it back from completely just dumping off the ramp is the flat tire. So, at this point, I'm not, this is totally OSHA approved safety-wise, right? So, I'm not amused. And as we can see here, the road is completely not level. There's a giant, hi Buck, you photobombing while I'm trying to film a video like a good dog. There's a major drop. Oh my god, you fucking asshole. Well, I think I've just spoiled what happened. This guy just gave no shits by this point. He had it near the end of the ramp and it was about to fall off the ramp with the back tire, and he finally lowers it a little. But then when we got to the front tires, I mean, it cleared the back tire by like an inch without hitting the fucking car and damaging it. And then, so the front, I tell him, you're gonna damage the car. I don't know what the fuck I said. I'm kind of upset and traumatized right now. Anyway, he let the car drop when it got to the front by like a foot, and it caught on the end of the ramp here. And there's the damage, so, like, do I try to fix this? Do I sell it like this? Do I file a claim with AAA? What do I do? He totally let the fuck out of the bottom of the car, so. And then, offered to push it in with his bumper, which would have hit right about here and smushed in my, entire hood. So I said no thanks to that offer, and he fucked off. And now my car is sticking this far out in the road, and I have absolutely no UTV or tractor or equipment or working truck to guide it back, and no farm help, and no friends with a vehicle within 3 hours of my place that are gonna come help me. I don't think so. Thanks, Buck. That's what I think of that right now, too. I'd like to pee on everything myself.